Hi, I'm Dave, and welcome back to a Giant Slayer's Leadership Focus. Over the past few weeks, we've been studying John Maxwell and Jim Dorn's book, Learning to Become a Person of Influence. Great study. I've read this book a few years back. I've read it 3 or 4 times since. It's actually sort of like a handbook for me because there are some powerful lessons in this book. And today's lesson is an influencer enlarges others. And let me explain a little bit about why we should enlarge others. But there are benefits to enlarging others. But first off, we got to remember that influence is actually leadership. And leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. And we all have influence with someone. So we're leading them either in a bad way or influencing them in a bad way or a good way. So which one do we want to do? And I'm sure we want to do that in a positive way. But we've got to learn the principles, we've got to learn them, we've got to live them, and then we've got to lead others to them. So that's what this lesson's all about. So hopefully we're already living them out. Now we want to take these lessons and begin to lead others to them. So let me give you some tips and some ideas. First off, enlarging someone is not just delegating responsibility to that person, because we can delegate responsibility, but if we don't empower this person to do it with either tools, resources, knowledge, people that come alongside of them, then it's going to build frustration. And also motivating someone to grow and to become more without providing the environment to do it in is also going to cause frustration. Enlarging others is actually investing in others. And here's some things that we're going to get back from that investment if we choose to be an enlarger. First off is we're going to raise that other person's level of living. Their quality of life will improve because they are growing, learning, becoming more capable, and have more opportunities and choices that they can make. Secondly, we help increase their potential for success. Remember, there's no future in any job. The future lies in the person who holds the job. Now, I remember being in a situation where most of my hopes and dreams were laid up on what the company was going to do. So I was stifled, I was stuck, and eventually I began to feel like a victim until I had to break free from that and learn to grow, become empowered, and take control of my own life. But someone helped me do that. All right, next is we increase the chances of success for our own organization. The organization's potential goes up because the leader and the leaders are growing together. All right, now we can become an enlarger, and here's some tips that we can do. First off, there's some things that we should do. Carefully choose the person you want to enlarge. Don't just choose anybody. You can't choose everybody. So you got to be selective, and you got to start somewhere. So we want to find someone who has a similar philosophy to us. And what I mean by that is someone who shares our values and our priorities. Not someone who agrees on every point about how we do things and how we see things, but we should at least share values, and we should have similar priorities. Because if not, we're going to run into some major roadblocks. We want to find those that we can impact with our own gifts. Some people we don't connect as well with others, and so we got to find those that we connect well with so that we can empower them with what we have. All right, we got to match the right person with the right mountain. So if there's opportunities within the company and you see potential in this person, we need to bring this person up, begin to enlarge them so we can line them up with that mountain so they can take that mountain. All right. We also have to understand the importance of timing. If we begin to try to build someone too soon, we might scare them off, intimidate them. If we wait too late, they may already be gone and before we get a chance to do that. So remember that. I'm going to list these 9 actions here on my website that you can come back to that will help you become a better enlarger. First thing we should do is we have to intentionally see the other person's potential. That's going to take time. That's going to take observation. That's going to be staying objective and looking. We just can't expect that to drop out of the sky for us. Second thing we need to do is cast a vision for the future. A lot of people don't realize that it's okay to have a dream and to be fulfilled and content and have joy in their lives, but that only comes through meaningful work that lines up with their passion and their skills and their talents and their dreams. Next, we should really tap into their passion. We need to find out what they're passionate about. What makes them do what they do, why they love what they love, what makes them upset, and help them channel that passion toward those goals and dreams, and then provide the tools and resources to keep them growing, because if they're passionate, it will help them push past the fears and doubts that will come along the way. The next thing is address character flaws and address them immediately. Sometimes we are not sure how to handle that, but if it's a character or an integrity flaw, we need to nip it in the bud quickly. Let them know that that's not the way things are supposed to be, because if they get off on the wrong foot that way, they can become shipwrecked and make a major rut for their own life as well as those they lead. So address the character flaws immediately. Make sure that we are modeling integrity with them. We have to set the tone. All right. Next is focus on their strengths. Find out what they're really good at. Focus on those strengths and stay away from nitpicking about weaknesses, because when we focus on weaknesses, it's demoralizing and it'll begin to suck the energy and the life right out of a person if they have to come into that every day and expect that. So the next thing is enlarge them one step at a time. And here's some steps that we should look at first. First thing is their attitude. We should address attitude, nurture them in their attitude, teach them what a good attitude looks like. Acknowledge when they do have a good attitude. The second thing is help them develop their relationships and their interpersonal skills. The third thing is teach them how to lead and work on a team. And the fourth thing and last is their personal and professional skills. And you might think, well, why was that last? You would think I need to have professional skills first. And a lot of times we come into a job interview and that's the first thing we're asked is what can we do rather than how we're going to approach it. So those first three skills are going to open up doors and help build relationships to help me learn and use those other skills. Because if I have great personal and professional skills and be able to do things great, but I can't get along with other people, what good's it going to do me or the organization? All right, seventh is put resources in their hands. Give them books, audio tapes, CDs, downloads, whatever you can get, articles to keep them motivated and inspired to grow. Next is to expose them to enlarging experiences. Now, if you go to seminars and training and they don't get to go a lot, make that opportunity for them to go with you so they can see how leaders get together and they're in a different environment, and help them to bring that culture back into your organization and begin to inspire others to grow. I remember the first time I went to a seminar or conference, I was blown away. I was like, man, I had no idea how motivational this was. Next thing is teach them to enlarge others. So if we begin to teach and train and mentor someone and we're enlarging them, and we let them know that we are investing in them, if we let them know that we're doing it so that they can help someone else grow, in the back of their mind they've got another reason why they should grow and why they want to grow. So be an enlarger. Be a positive influencer. Learn to become a person of positive influence. So this week, let that lesson sink in. Go to my website. I'll post those 9 things on there for you. My other blogs have some assessment tools on there too, so be sure to go back and get those. But I really recommend you get the book. Get you a highlighter and a pencil or a pen and mark that thing out. Make your own notes, because it's really a great study. But in the meantime, go to giantslayerconsultants.com. Leave me your comments, your questions, your ideas. I would love to hear from you. But in the meantime, have a great week and be that person of positive influence. Thank you.